is Rebecca Caprara, and I am the author of The Ripple Effect, which is a contemporary middle grade novel published by Charles Bridge. I am so excited to share this book with readers. I began writing this story during the COVID-19 pandemic, which was a challenging and isolating time for so many people. And during that time, I was craving stories of togetherness. I would watch the news or go online, and I would seek out these glimmers of goodness. And in particular, I would gravitate towards examples of random acts of kindness, often between total strangers. And no matter how small these gestures might be, to me they felt enormous, and they stuck with me for a long time. So I decided that I wanted to try to capture that sense of joy and community in my own writing. And so I set out to write a layered and heartfelt middle grade novel that would be told through multiple points of view that would culminate in this cohesive narrative. And I also wanted to write a feel-good story about lots of things that I love and the things that I loved when I was a middle grade reader. Things like friendship and family and silly pranks and second chances and small towns and, as you can probably gather from the cover, ice cream. So while this is very much a classic middle grade story, our protagonist is in 6th grade. She's right on that precipice heading into middle school, which is, of course, a time in a young person's life that's very fraught with challenges, but also opportunities. But there's also many really tender intergenerational elements to the story. And so my hope is that it resonates and appeals to readers of all ages, and that it might spur conversation and connection between diverse groups of people. The story takes place in a fictional New England town called Kettleby. And Kettleby is loosely inspired by some of the mill towns in Massachusetts, which is where I grew up. Now, Kettleby is charming, but it's a little sleepy, a little boring. And our main character, Trudi, she is always ready to keep things interesting and bring fun to an otherwise kind of humdrum place. She is known as the class clown of Kettleby Elementary School, and that's a badge of honor that she wears with pride. Now, the only thing is, lately she feels like she's sort of fading into the background. Her mom is perpetually stressed about business at their family-run ice cream shop. Her grandfather, who lives with them, is dealing with some memory issues associated with dementia. And even her classmates and her 2 best friends seem like they're sort of outgrowing her a little bit. And so Zella decides that if she can just devise the most epic end-of-year class prank, that everything will get better. Things will turn around, and she will leave a lasting impression and impact on Kettleby and her school that no one will be able to forget forever. The only trouble is that in the quest to kind of uphold her reputation as the class clown and to bask in the spotlight and the glory, she loses sight of what's going on in the lives of those around her. And you know, she's well-meaning. She doesn't mean to cause trouble, but sometimes her big, overzealous ideas get the best of her and kind of get out of control and become more than she can handle alone. And so when her prank plans go awry, and Zella has to figure out how to make things right. And thankfully, she is given a second chance. And through that opportunity, she begins to make small and subtle acts of thoughtfulness that kind of grow and expand outward in ripples throughout the community. And it turns out that redemption, friendship, and a remarkable chain of kindness might just taste even sweeter than her family's famous raspberry ripple ice cream. So with humor, heart, a lovable cast of characters, and a few hilarious mishaps, I hope that The Ripple Effect will spark conversation and inspire readers to even greater generosity and compassion in their own lives. It's a story best shared and enjoyed with a friend, a loved one, a teacher, a neighbor, maybe even a total stranger, but definitely with a scoop of ice cream close at hand.